And that would be Rachel McAdams' armpit hair. This is just fucking horrific. Rachel McAdams' armpit hair sparks mixed reactions. That's just nasty. Armpit hair is so fetch to Rachel McAdams. The 44-year-old Mean Girls star showed off her unshaven underarms in a photo shoot with Bustle, published Tuesday. The online women's magazine reported the actress, the mother of two, requested her images be edited as little as possible. With this shoot, I'm wearing latex underwear, but I've had two children. This is my body, and I think that's so important to reflect back out to the world, she said in the accompanying interview. It's okay to look your best and work at it and be healthy, but that's different for everyone. In one image, the actress's long armpit hair can be spied as she lays on the red couch. I believe this is the New York Post copy, by the way. It can be seen again in another photo that shows her standing with one hand behind her back while wearing a slinky white dress. Here's the thing about armpit hair is that it's fucking disgusting. And it's not liberating. There's nothing liberating about having a lot of armpit hair. I get rid of my armpit hair because I think it's fucking disgusting and gross. You know, I don't want to go high five someone at the gym when I have a tank top on and whack them in the face with a big flash of upper body bush. It's just objectively a gross, stinky, disgusting thing. Even if you use deodorant, you can't guarantee a good, clean armpit throughout the day. And I think you can still be proud of your womanhood and still be hygienic. I don't know where it became a thing that women were going to show their pride in their bodies by letting their bodies be sloppy and disgusting, right? Last week we had that high school chick with the mustache in the Amazon commercial. Was that last week or the week before? We've had lots of talk about fat women. It's not, you shouldn't, if there's something wrong, fix it. Armpit hair is an easy fix. Waxing a mustache is an easy fix. Take care of it. McAdams, who's promoting the film adaptation of Judy Blume's Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, shares a 5-year-old son and a 2-year-old daughter. Their longtime partner, screenwriter Jamie Linden. The couple keep it hush on their private lives. McAdams joked to Bustle that she felt like a milk machine while pumping and breastfeeding between scenes of the movie. In the video, oh yeah, this is great. She gives her preteen self advice on growing up. She says, and this is very interesting shaving advice. She says, I'm going to give you the advice your mother gave me. Once you start, you can never stop. And I remember rolling my eyes about that and thinking, that's not the fun answer. But it's so true. I don't know if you need a fun answer about shaving. Life is long once. Shaving is intense. But if you're going to go ahead with it anyway, watch the ankle bones, the shins. You're going to go to Bible camp and think it's okay to shave without shaving cream. And it's going to be terrible. She sounds like Patton giving a speech to the men before they storm a fucking German position. They're going out to kill the fucking Krauts. We're going out to fight Jerry. You're going to go to Bible camp and think it's okay to shave without cream, and it's going to be terrible. Always have shaving cream. And then, if you want to stop shaving again one day, that's okay too. First of all, bitch, fucking women and this shit about shaving their legs. Try dragging a blade around your fucking face. All right? Try doing that. In the Marine Corps, you have to shave every day. And that starts the minute you arrive at boot camp or OCS. So in the morning at OCS, you have there's 4 sinks in the squad bay bathroom. And you do everything counting down. There's a drill instructor counting you down from 10 to do everything. So you're in there, and it's just a bunch of everyone at OCS is fucking strong and fit and athletic. So you're fighting for position in front of a mirror to fucking shave. And you're slashing your faces. You're running shit underwater at the same time. Their fucking elbows flying. There's the fucking just jacked monster of a drill instructor who's been pounding Monster Energy drinks all morning, has a fucking vein popping out of his forehead and his throat, is screaming at you to shave faster. You're trying to avoid cutting any major arteries. Fucking, oh, you nicked your ankle? Is it hard to be a woman because you cut your fucking ankle one time? This is why, by the way, that nobody takes Broad seriously. This is tough. This is a tough look for the entire gender, right? You're making a big deal about shaving. Once you start, you can never stop. What does that even mean? I remember our school nurse said that to us. They get fourth grade or so, fifth grade, you kind of get your first puberty class because they're trying to ease you into it because like middle school's coming in 2 years. You're going to become a fucking pizza-faced weirdo for about 3. And then you're going to want to fuck everything that moves for the next 40 or so. And they talked to us about how we're going to start growing hair on our faces. And she explained shaving. She said, once you do it once, you have to do it for the rest of your life. And I thought that's so weird because, first of all, I have not shaved today. I don't have to. One of the nice things I enjoy about being a civilian now is I don't have to fucking shave my face if I don't want to. But if I need to look presentable, you goddamn better believe I'm shaving my fucking face. And so I don't know what this you have to do it every day thing is. If she had been talking about masturbating, she would have been absolutely correct. We're talking about shaving. First of all, a lot of women don't shave their legs regularly during the winter. Unless they're planning on having sex, they'll shave them. Otherwise, they're walking around with leggings, long pants. They'll shave it. If they go to the gym, if they're if they go to the gym regularly, they'll do it because they know they're going to be visible to people. But during the winter, a lot of chicks don't shave their legs, and they will when the occasion calls for it. But women let themselves go all the fucking time. You're going to go to Bible camp and think it's okay to shave without shaving cream, and it's going to be terrible. If you want to stop shaving again one day, that's okay too. And what pisses me off about this whole thing is that it's reading like it was written to some depressed, closeted teenager who was like afraid of being, ostracized by family and friends for like their gay identity or like their trans identity or some shit. She's talking about fucking shaving. She's just talking about a very basic hygienic process that people have been doing for quite some time. It's shaving. It's not a big deal. This is the problem with that whole third wave of feminism. Remember, we had in like 20. That's just been blown out of the water. It's hilarious. As soon as a bunch of dudes decided that they would prefer to live as women, and blessings to them if that is how they see fit to live their lives. That's how they feel naturally inclined. So be it. America, free country. Do what you must. Just be a good person. But it is funny, 2013 to 2015 or so, through 2016, I guess, through the Clinton campaign and the early days of the Me Too movement, everything was about the cis hetero woman. It was all about just the average sort of Sally working gal woman in the workplace. And a little bit you'd hear about, empowering women of color and Latinx women and Black women and such. But this is 2023 now, and the vibe of this interview is very in the tone of, I'm with her and Me Too and Lean In and the girl boss movements and all of those things that were kind of annoying about 10 years ago or so. And again, these days, I don't think society or major corporations even consider you to be a woman unless you have a penis and spend part of your life living as a man, which is almost refreshing in a way. I know people are frustrated about it, but again, we've proven that if you need something done, sometimes it does take a man for the job. That was an irritating time, like 2014, 2015. I was working in the news industry back then. CBS 2 was one of my stations that I worked for, and CBS 2 loves a good fluff piece. And what they would do is they would put it between your last hard news story at about, to say it's the 5 o'clock news. Last hard news story goes around 5:40. Then you go into a sort of fluff piece right before sports and weather to sort of ease you out of the hard news. And it was always some bullshit about, women in business. And there would be all of this footage of women in power suits. It would usually be like sort of like a mix of like white millennial women who are like paving the way for a new generation, and like maybe some older women, like an older black woman or something like that. Or like a bunch of like middle-aged Filipino women, and they'd interview them, and they'd be at like a table at like a luncheon. They'd always be like at like a luncheon designed to help women scale the corporate ladder. It would be this big thing about women in the workplace, and then the channel would interview them, and they'd be like, "Oh, so what do you do?" And it'd be like, "Oh yeah, like I run a small mail order pastry company out of my kitchen." And it's like, okay, so maybe we've blown the girl boss thing out of proportion. Maybe you're not all special. Maybe very much like men, some of you are in fact complete duds. Because even in the male population, you got to figure most dudes are like complete fucking zeros. You get out there, you meet people, and you're like, there's only a fraction of the population I want to spend any kind of, appreciable time with. Like most people are really sort of below the Mendoza line in terms of who I would like to interact with. Her armpit hair caused quite a stir on social media. Dear Lord, she has more armpit hair than me. Not sure who exactly really wants pit hair. It's kind of worthless, one hater wrote on Twitter. That's just nasty, another claimed. I like that. It reminds me of Cleveland from Family Guy. Oh, that's nasty. One even nicknamed the Notebook star Rachel McArmpits. Okay, well, that's a sick burn. Another asks, am I seeing badly or does she have armpit hair? No, she does. But other people were defending her. One said, love her for embracing her natural beauty. One of the few celebs in Hollywood who embraces her natural beauty and haven't done any plastic surgeries. So much respect for her, another raved. Someone else celebrated. This is what I needed to see when I was growing up. Yes. First of all, this isn't, to the idiot who celebrated for not having done any plastic surgery, shaving your armpits actually isn't plastic surgery. It's not. If hair removal was plastic surgery, then if you went to a barber shop or a beauty salon, the people that cut your hair there, those people would be surgeons. And I don't know if you've ever conversed with one of them, but wonderful as they are, chatty, friendly people, I wouldn't want them doing surgery on me. I barely trust them with scissors kind of in the vicinity of my skin. I'm not allowing them to use a scalpel. I would like an old-timey old man barber, straight razor, guy who's been doing it for 60 years, fucking flawless technique. That guy, maybe. This is what I needed to see when I was growing up. No, it's not. She's not shaving your underarms. That's not keeping it real. Okay. This is a cheap way for an established but currently irrelevant celebrity to grab some easy headlines. Like, that is what it is. If you're not, no one really does anyone really give a shit about Rachel McAdams right now? Like, has she done anything recently? I enjoyed her in Wedding Crashers. She's good. She's a cute chick. But this is like something a publicist suggests you do when you're not getting enough work. There is not a single young man or woman out there who needs to be steered away from basic hygiene. And I think, in fact, based on the amount of sort of unkempt slobs that I see out and about every day, the basic tenets of bodily cleanliness are in dire need of reinforcement. Oh, I don't need to see that. Thank you, John Douglas. You can all enjoy that. I can understand. I can respect John does. I just want to take a whiff. I understand if you're going to fetishize it. I certainly agree with that. That's fine. I support fetishizing everything. Thomas Hager, good to have you making your presence known in the comments section. Ahoy there. I will not shave the back of your neck or touch the back. Are you saying touch up the back of your neck? Like a fucking, like with a buzzer? Like before you go out to the club at night, try and get some pussy and need a quick touch up? Is Jay's booming? Did you get out to, do they open in April, or is it usually first weekend in May? Anyway, have fun at DJ's, Hager. You fucking creep. Yes, that's very important, Nighttime Conqueror. Yeah, in the event that I go missing, search Hager's trunk first. Very good, Cowster. All right, let me get these nasty pits out of here. This poor son of a bitch. South Carolina man cocks gun to ruin the mood after hearing ex-wife having sex. Every time I see the words "having sex" written, I just think of myself. I just think of Chris Hansen talking about predators. He was coming to meet a